We're back, and we are playing one of my favorite cards of all time, Whurza, Lord High Artificer. He's back, baby. There was a couple different 5-0s in the last little while, mostly in the Grixis Whurza variations, which are not necessarily my favorite. And but we have some awesome decks for today, starting off with Sultai Yoriuroza. So we're playing Urian Sky Nomad, which means we're playing an 80-card main deck. We're playing Whurza, Lord High Artificer. But what else are we doing here? We're playing 4 copies of Uro with his bestie, Emry, Lurker of the Loch. We're also playing the Thopter Sword combo. And as we are playing the Thopter Sword combo, in order to go get it, we're playing Whir of Invention. However, then there's quite a large difference from previous iterations of these decks in that... because we're playing Uro in this sort of package, we are being a Field of the Dead deck. We're getting on the hype train with the maybe one of the best cards in Modern. And in order to enable that, we've got some spicy tech with Whir of Invention. We've got Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. It's a 5-mana legendary artifact creature scout. Yep, he's a scoot. And it's a 3/5 creature. When it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. So you could just go get a Field of the Dead. You could also get an Inventors Fair. You could get Minamo. You get some of your sort of utility lands. But the combo card with this is, of course, Cascading Cataracts, which is an indestructible land. Taps for a colorless, but with 5 mana you can tap it and add 5 mana in any combination of colors. If you add white, blue, black, red, and green, then you can spend 2 plus that white, blue, black, red, and green to exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs. So this sort of gives you the ability to go way, way, way over the top of some of the decks you will play against. Other than that, we're not playing any actual controlling elements in our main deck, so we're just relying on Whir of Invention to be our primary source of interaction. It can get us things like Engineered Explosives for 0, which is not great, but we can get Damping Sphere, Ensnaring Bridge, Pithing Needle, Soul Guide Lantern, and Aether Spellbomb. So that is the entire crux of our deck, is that if we get into sort of one of those mid-range fights, hopefully we can go way over the top of other decks, and then make up the difference in sideboarding, or we can combo kill with Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek, where we go to infinite life, or if we run into another field deck or mid-range deck, the middling amounts of life gain and stuff, plus the Field of the Dead, plus the Thopters might get us over the hump. So we're gonna see if we can make that happen. Thank you for the follow, the Joe Channy, the Joe Channy. That's awesome. All right, let's rock and rumble. I don't see why Whurza isn't top of the pack at the moment. Don't Thopters pair well against zombies? I do think all Thopter Sword variants are are probably the best. I don't think you can play an Whurza deck that's not playing Thopter Sword at all, or an Whurza deck that's not playing Thopter Sword at all. However, one of the problems with Whurza is that it's a 4-mana card. It's really expensive in Modern. And he kind of needs a bunch of supporting permanents in play before you land him. It's a pain to play online too. That's also true. That's definitely something that holds people back from a lot of decks in different formats. It's just like they don't want to have to click through it. I'm actually surprised by how few Oops All Spells decks I see, with how good that deck is and how easy it is to play. Like, in terms of technical execution of combo decks, it oops, and Belcher is just a shade less than that, because if you have to play Recross the Paths, you kind of have to know what you're doing stacking your deck up. But the Venge Spy variation. Oh yeah, so Urian in these Whurza decks. Urian is kind of nice because Urian thrives in high mana environments. This is a very slow hand. I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not pleased. Anywho, yeah. So Urian, this deck doesn't have a huge number of things that exploit Urian for synergy. So we're just sort of playing Urian here. because we can get value out of it. In that it's a free card that we put in our hand, right? Oh my god, it's hollow one. Neato. I'm a sucker for degenerate combo decks like Oops and Manaless Dredge. Yeah, I mean that's fine. If that's your kink, go for it. You know, I'm not going to shame you here. It is nobody who likes playing decks' fault that we have to deal with Oops All Spells being format. I think Oops All Spells is obnoxious, because it's too consistent and powerful, and it dodges Force of Negation, which is, I think, meant to be a check on things like that in the format. So I'm not opposed to powerful or quote-unquote degenerate combo decks in any format at all. They should be there. They're an integral part of like having an interesting metagame. Yeah, this is fine. My hand was mostly kind of mediocre here. We might have to bounce this Flameblade Adept, which is funny when you're staring down a Death Shadow, but did I just draw 3 cards and discard exactly those 3 cards? That was wild. I've been known to register Grinding Breach on this channel a number of times. I don't think you can qualify any Thopter, Sword, or Urza deck right now as being degenerate just because they're not good enough, but I have great affinity for that combination of cards. What are you? Is this the little Phoenix? No, it's a hollow one. It's a cycled hollow one. Yikes. The only degen here is you. Well, you've played a good number of Ad Nauseam decks in their day. I mean, Ad Nauseam is one of the least degenerate combo decks, right? It's just consistent. It's consistent, it's slow, and it's pretty difficult to disrupt. Ad Naus Lotus Breach. Alright, so firing off an Urza here, and I think I'm pretty comfortable to use my construct to make it. Well, we've seen that they're playing Temur Battle Rage, but unless I go block next turn, I'm just gonna let myself die to it. Oh no, I won't die to it. They're only coming in for 12. If they have a bolt on top of it. Pioneer Field of the Dead. Oh man, that was a trip. Can you believe that was legal? I don't think there's anything in their graveyard that's worth removing. Guess I'll take out a hollow one. Maybe you should have taken out the Street Wraith. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not blocking this turn because I'm a warrior and I don't block against cowards. We just block with our face here. Literally couldn't drop a game with it if I tried. That's the... Oh, okay. Now we could die to Temur Battle Rage. I'm still inclined to just take it. Wait, I can't. Jesus. God damn it, Death Shadow. I forgot about the Thoughtseize losing them life plus the Shockland. So, post-combat Flamewake Phoenix. So they didn't have TBR, because they saw my hand. They might have had Bolt. No, it just doesn't matter what they had. They wanted to threaten TBR? No, they wanted to threaten... I don't know what they were doing. Oh, they wanted to threaten the TBR, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Well, whatever that was, I think we're dead. So I'm not playing a Mystic Sanctuary in this deck? I don't think that I am. No, not enough island count, and that's reasonable. And we're not playing Cryptic anyway, but I can't get back this Whir is what I wanted to do with that. I guess we could draw a card. If I hit my 1 Engineered Explosives, that would have been hot fire. Yeah, we're just dead. Cool. Opponent came out a little too quick. That's okay, because we get Veil of Summer and Fatal Push. I think this is all I want. Oh, Trophy could be good too. So we've got 6, maybe 8 cards that are coming in. Definitely don't need Pithing Needle. And Soul Guide Lantern is probably not super useful. We could get their Phoenixes with it, but That's not super useful. Oh, Damping Sphere. Damping Sphere, while it would theoretically be kind of useful against their deck, we can't get it down early enough for it to actually be all that useful. Maybe I'm supposed to take the pushes and the trophies and just leave out the Veil of Summer here, even though they are a Thoughtseize deck. No. I should have push and Veil first. I could probably trim some number of Witching Well. And then, is there any land I can take out? I bet there's a land I can cut, like Inventors Unfair. Seems really slow against their deck. I mean, it helps us put our combo together, but I don't know about that one. Because we need this interaction to buy us time. Just a Pentad Prism. Well, it helps us accelerate. It's not really doing that much. And then playing an 80 card deck makes me reluctant to trim any Whurzas or anything of that nature. Definitely leaving Bridge, even though they're gonna have some kind of shatter effect. All right, I think we're good to board like this. We'll find out if Veil of Summer is better or worse than Assassin's Trophy would be. It's kind of an interesting thing. Like 2 Veil of Summers in an 80 card deck is a bit odd because you kind of have to draw them early in this matchup, otherwise they're likely to be dead. So I don't know how much black like creature killing they're gonna play. I mean, I don't think I'm throwing this hand back. Hopefully we don't get Thoughtseize on turn 1 and we can play the Thopter Foundry. So don't have an Academy Ruins in this deck? Interesting. Yeah. Academy Ruins is a consideration. I don't know if we should be playing it. I just know that I'm considering that I might want to. I could Bauble myself now and then decide, but I'm going to do that on their turn because where did you get the deck list? This deck list came from the Whurza Discord via a tweet from it's not a very easy last name. Hold on. I did put it in my tweet, so if you go down to my Twitter at the bottom of the stream, you could find it, or I can look at it. Where's my post? Where's my post? Gershensen. I have Twitter. You have Twitter? Oh my god. This guy. Alright. Follow myself. Whurza on top. I have 4 lands in the Thopter Foundry. I could fetch between... You know what? I probably need to draw interaction. Or the sword. Or a Weir of Invention. So I'm gonna forego drawing the Whurza now, and we'll draw it with it. Okay, perfect. Wow, easy there, deck. You're making me hopeful. I want to be hopeful. I don't want to be hopeful. Stop it. Thopter Foundry. Pass the turn. Thop. Oh, I have a new thing on my soundboard, Roy.
Eat the pudding, 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 eat the pudding. Okay. And then we gotta get to work.
It's got Homer's eating sound too. Hop, hop, hum, hum, hum. They took the whir. Oh, pudding on the top of a bubble tea is gas. Double Thoughtseize. Ooh. Got him. All right. I love that clip. Eat the pudding, 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 eat the pudding. Okay. Then we got to get to work. Do I hope that I get to hold on to this whir, or do I whir for one? And if I am whirring for one, what am I getting here? Suppose I could get one of my Witching Wells. I could get an Aether Spellbomb. Aether Spellbomb is maybe the best thing we could get, or we can just gamble. Like, I've got a pretty good shot at holding onto the whir here. Last time we Burning and Creed, it went draw, 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 discard, discard, discard. Spellbomb. The thing is, if I manage to get the Sword of the Meek, then I mean I'm probably gonna win the game. Once I get Thopter and Sword together, it's basically over. So I feel like it's a pretty high upside to keep the whir. But maybe we just need to stay alive. All right. Because we could always draw a redundant way to sword, or we could just draw and discard a sword. That would be hot. I would love to do that. Opponent is playing with fire. Eat the pudding, 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 eat the pudding. Just get a regular old Michael Jenkins against a regular car. All right, let's see how this one goes. Man versus car. I could also just get a Chromatic Star and make that into a Thopter to block. But I think the Spellbomb is almost definitely a better tempo gain if they drop a hollow one into play. One hollow boy. This is gonna hurt. We drew Whurza. In the words of the great Homer Simpson. Oh, we milled an Uro. Oh my god, and we have blue, blue, green, green. Well. Well, oh my god. Slow the hell down. I do love that quote. Okay, so we're just playing Uro this turn. There's no... I don't think there's... Oh. Yeah, so... Do y'all remember when I said, like, one of the most important things to have in Modern is just a way to just, like, windmill slam the game win? Yeah. They could have Fetch Land Push, which would really suck. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would really suck. Like, we're not dead on board or anything to that, but I feel like my opponent's about to be like, oh my god, why are you playing that card?
Who goes out on Mondays?
Trigger. Alright, we win. Sword. Cool. So we go, okay, so the loop. Activate Thopter Foundry. Alright. For anyone who's interested in the fastest way to Whurza combo, you go activate Thopter Foundry. You're gonna go, I'm going to pay for it by W, click on Whurza, click on the sword, then just click on the sword again, because the next question it's going to ask you is, what artifact would you like to sacrifice? Then you yield to the sword returning trigger, and then you do have to click yes, but the default hotkey for that is 3. So if you have your fingers on W and 3, and you yield to that one trigger, then you can click through it reasonably quickly. That's the best way I've found, and I've played a lot of these decks. So if you're ever interested in playing this deck online and someone is actually going to make you combo out, and usually what I do is I just put like a fairly insurmountable number of Thopters into play. So like in that case, it would have been probably like 6. And then if they make me play until the end of their turn, I will create the additional number of Thopters needed to kill them at the end of their turn. I don't bother beforehand. I'm keeping this 7. They're likely to hit us with Burning Inquiry at some point in the early game, so, you know, these cards aren't necessarily what we get to see anyway. As long as I have a reasonable number of lands, Mishra's Bauble is super useful in the matchup because of the way it sort of stores away a draw. Yeah, see? So that way we couldn't get screwed over by that. They didn't have a hollow one. That's also super good for us. I want this Spellbomb in play. We'll go Pathway, Bauble, Spellbomb. Also, I think all of last game we didn't actually see any artifact removal from them. Doesn't mean they don't have it, but we didn't see any. So if they did board it in, it's probably pretty light. If we can get to a bridge, that can also buy us a lot of time. Thoughtseize on the top. Well, that's fine. Don't Thoughtseize into a 3/3 shadow, please. I mean, I have the Spellbomb. I'm just... That would be incredibly fast. Oh, good. Nothing. I like the nothing. Probably play K-Com. I would think so. I mean, I would if I were them, right? But that's 3 mana. I guess they usually get there due to Burning Inquiries. Yeah. I would think of Braid before K-Com. When you hear horses, or if you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. Which doesn't really apply here, but the point is, I think that their deck is low to the ground enough that they would feel disinclined to go that high up the curve for artifact removal when artifacts can just like end the game for them. Because the last thing you want to do is like put lethal into play fairly quickly in that deck and then have your opponent play Ensnaring Bridge, and the only reason you can't kill it is because you don't have the 3rd land. Like that's really savage. They can count on having 2 lands. In fact, they are counting on having 2 lands because they're playing Death Shadow, right? They want to draw a number of lands, but that number is not necessarily, you know. So this is great. I love that Burning Inquiry has been fueling my Uro. Like that's so considerate of my opponent, helping me play Uro. I can't hate on that. Get it. Fetch that land. Phoenix? Okay. What? It's so nice of you to tap out and guarantee that you can't play the shadow again this turn. I don't know how to thank you except by popping this Aether Spellbomb to make sure that you know how much I appreciate you. Well, maybe, Roy, maybe they saw the Uro in the graveyard and they feel like the writing's all the wall, you know what I mean? Because if they don't have an out for it, it's just, you know... It's not really something that you're likely to surmount with the kind of deck they're playing. I mean, it's possible. Maybe we could get hosed out this game, but I feel incredibly confident about this game. We're at 22 on turn 5. I do feel like Death Shadow is almost definitely not a good choice for this deck. Because Shadow doesn't come out as fast as the rest of that deck is trying to. I would prefer, if I were in their shoes, to be playing Ox of Agonis or something like that. Like, obviously, it doesn't go in the same... Well, it could go even in the same slot. But I feel like Shadow is just... Like, they play the Street Race. Oh, well, so it's funny because Spellbomb's a one-of. But yeah, Spellbomb is a big deal. Spellbomb is such a huge tempo gain a lot of the time. It's wild. Yeah, it's one of those cards that's very, very quietly good. Unsummon is not really a good card, and it would seem to follow that Fatal Push would also not be a good card, but it's good. Is Mystic Sanctuary abandoned? No. No, we're just not playing it because we're playing too many fun ofs. No, it's not banned. Whir gives this deck a great toolbox selection. Yeah, and that's one of the theories I have about Modern. I'd love to write an article about it someday, but by and large, a lot of the most powerful strategies in Modern, some of them are combo, some of them are mid-range, but a lot of power in Modern goes to the decks that have a toolbox. Especially for a control deck, it's super important. We're gonna go Uro into Whurza here, I think. And we still have the mana up to Fatal Push. But I'd like to see if we can draw a Field of the Dead. That's fine. I can go Whurza into EE on 1. And still have the push up. Yeah, okay, that's blue. Marconi dance the mamba. I don't know if Jefferson Starship's just uneducated about music. Did they? Oh yeah, their shadow died this turn. Bleh. They're just fueling my Uro, that's fine. I'm not fussed. River of Tears, what a land. Sorry, that quick reference to Marconi dance the Mamba. I don't know why. Yeah, we're gonna let this resolve because we have double removal for their 1-drops. They're gonna have to take one of them. I could push the Phoenix in response, but what do I care? It's 2 damage per turn. I've got Uro coming in next turn. Sorry, that was a reference to We Built This City on Rock and Roll by Jefferson Starship. And for some reason, the lyric Marconi Dance the Mamba is in there, which the Mamba is not a thing. The Mamba is a thing. Mamba's a type of snake. Should look that up. Maybe there's more to it than I'm thinking. Song makes absolutely 0 sense. It's it definitely has a sort of whimsical bent to it, Muffins. I will say that. It has a whimsical bent. They use the phrase knee deep in the hoopla. Oh, MTG Bot is doing stuff again. The sleeper has awakened. Maybe he danced a snake. You don't know for sure. Just drop the for sure. Maybe he danced a snake. You don't know. Drops of Jupiter, yeah, or like Age of Aquarius. Come on, though. They have those edgy 1980 lyrics, man. Corporations, they're always playing corporation games, always changing corporation names. They were so critical of capitalism. In the 80s, someone could have called them communists. I didn't say that. It's damn dirty Reds. All right, opponent is very much AFK for the moment.
Yeah, baby, I know it.
All right, while they're AFK, let's see if I have enough time to turn my Make Way for Willie clip into Dot Wave. Make way for Willie! Okay, so I've got a FLAC file, which is...
Make way for Willie! I said make way for Willie, you bloated gas bug!
Alright, and then we just go render. Yeah. That's the right folder. but I want wave. 48K is good. 24-bit stereo. Sure. Huh. Well, yeah, we're done. Cool. Nope. Get some work done while my opponent was AFK. Here's my Orion. U2 Brokey Babolti. I just want y'all to be able to see that. Hey there, good luck and have fun. U2 Brokey Babolti. Wow. That's a statement. Yeah, I can keep this in the dark. It's not great, but what is? Oh, we are very dead. Anyone who's not aware, this almost definitely means my opponent's on Storm. They sound like they speak the Mamba. Opponent speaks the Mamba. Maybe we'll just Witching Well Scry into our main deck Damping Sphere. What if? I'm just saying. I mean, that's not dissimilar. Listen, deck. I know you're trying. I am very tempted to go top, and next turn play the Emry and mill the sword. I don't know if I want to draw a fourth land. I guess I do. I have an Uro in my hand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Storm, and maybe we have a chance. So, Larynx Punchworthy, would you like to break my spirit? Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. Oh, I would have to draw the Breeding Pool to make the play I want to make, so... Alright. Fair enough. Because I needed an untapped land to be able to play Emry this turn. I could have played EE on one... That's the feel bad. It was literally the card underneath Sword of the Meek. I would like everyone... Okay, just... You can see it here. I want you to know... It was literally... We'll just play it next turn. I don't know if we have another turn. I don't think we do. I think my opponent's deck, which is one of the most popular, longest running decks in Modern, is going to kill me on turn 3 in the turn 4 format. Yeah, we're dead already. Not even close. No, we needed to play it on turn 2. There's basically there's no room for futzing around against Storm. They will just kill you. If there's anything I learned from The Secret, I don't know how to finish that sentence. I didn't learn anything from The Secret. All right, so I feel like this is maybe a matchup where we go out Golos, out Fields. Where's Thoughtseize on the chart? I need to know what I... Oops, sorry, wrong. Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah, I got it. I know there's a delay, but we died. I think this is how I want to sideboard. No, maybe Thoughtseize is better than Veil. Veil's only really good against... Veil's good if you're playing counter magic, and if you're... Sorry, if you're playing counter magic, and if you're veiling a Gifts Ungiven. But that means basically you have to be playing counter magic. You can't really play it without. I'm gonna board out the Aether Spellbomb here. So the reason it was good last game is to veil off. No. That's my point though. It's good against gifts, but it's only good other than that if you need to resolve things through a remand. And there's really, our deck is not. The things we're trying to resolve through the remand are almost never going to be that important to us. Right? Whereas if you're playing a counter magic deck, resolving your counter magic through their remand is important. So they play something, you play counter magic, they remand it, and then you veil. That's the play where you want Veil against Storm. All right. I don't know if I want to trim. Oh, Uro's pretty miserable here. Could even go down 2. It's going to be slow to win the game at that point, but we have a combo kill, so let's just lean into it. Maybe I should have gone down to 1 EE. I bet I should have gone down to 1 EE, but I really don't think it's going to matter. Storm is the kind of deck that's just going to kill us. We don't have enough game against them. Unless we are able to get into a position to whir for Damping Sphere, which I suppose is the reason we definitely want to have Aether Gust in, because Aether Gust gives us something that can buy time. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It's not great, but I mean, we have a lot of ability to dig for action, and we have enough lands. Oop, oop, oh, they spotted me. Did I get it right? No, I can go a little. Too far. There we go. All right. Pay no attention to the stream behind the curtain. Hello? Why does it do this sometimes? I don't understand. It won't. There we go. Okay, got him. Shock. Preaching well. Trigger. Yikes. Bottom and bottom. Should have had the upkeep stop, but they're likely to play some kind of turn 1 draw spell, so maybe. Flooded Grove is really good in this hand, because the turn 2 Overgrown Tomb or turn 2 Flooded Grove will still be able to whir on 3 if we need to. So we can sack this Mishra's Bauble, and then we play Sword on 2, assuming we don't draw something more significant. And we'll still be able to whir for Damping Sphere on 3. Creep Shot on top. They don't actually need that early, so it's not really like I'm super excited about them drawing that. Well then, I don't know, this card? Pass the turn? I guess. Man, this deck really wants to draw this card this match. Like last game, it was right there on top. Basically when we needed it. Alright. So I can't play Sword plus Witching Well this turn no matter what, because we've got the Damping Sphere in play. You hacked the Matrix for me. I've been whitelisted. I didn't know you had that power. Alright. We'll just play Witching Well here. Yikes. Well, I've got 4 lands on the bottom of my deck right now, so that's pretty good. We haven't shuffled yet. So Echoing Truth already? Metamorphose, sure. Peeps at the Weather Dominator. Oh, do they have Opt? No. Alright. It's pretty lackluster Metamorphose. Oh, they have Aria? Nope. Pieces. Tried to be perfect, but nothing was worth it. Oh, they got the repeal. Alright, well, we know they have it. So they put Serum Vision and Repeal in their hand. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna sack one of these Witching Wells this turn cycle. Is Sum 41 still alive? Holy crap. Like, I don't mean the individual members. I mean, like, the band. That's wild. I had no idea. I'm sure they put on a hell of a live show. They came out with a new album, like, a bit ago. Wow. Is it? I feel like that's like exactly like when what was the band? Crap. What is the name of that band? What is the name of the band? Come on, you can do this. Oh, Linkin Park. So in like 2010 or 11, around there, they came out with a new album, and it just, I never heard anyone talk about it. It was just totally nobody. Nope. It wasn't a thing. Just, I don't know if it was bad or just nobody cared anymore. But, and same with Green Day. In that same era, Green Day, after having made nothing since American Idiot, and a reminder, American Idiot was after several years of them not coming out with anything new, and it was just nobody cares. Well, I can sack Witching Well into Thoughtseize. Neck Deep? No, I haven't heard of Neck Deep. I have heard of my favorite pop punk band, Bowling for Soup. Could also draw Soul Guide Lantern, which would be good. Or nothing. Draw nothing relevant. All right, kill me. Storm opponent has a 7-card hand and at least 4 mana. We're dead. Bowling for Soup are from my hometown area. You in Texas? Or somewhere in the south, right? They're from Texas, right? I think they're from Texas. Denton. There you go. From the Minnesota. No, Minneapolis. Wait, which one's MN? Is that Minnesota? That's Minnesota, right? Minnesota? Minneapolis. Playing Whir with combo and not Clock of Omens. Oh yeah. It is Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's I was about to say it, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, but just not that kind. This seems like they don't definitively have the kill. They could have a bunch more rituals in their hand. They grab Serum Visions. That is... I'm hopeful. Because I suppose they're feeling the pressure of me having Damping Sphere in my hand. If they have another Manamorphose left in their hand... No, because they don't go up on mana off of that. They might not have it here. They might be short. I would like that. I would like a Stay of Execution. I might still be alive. No, why no one plays Clock of Omens? Is it tap 2 artifacts, untap target artifact? Yeah. You could... Okay. Holy crap, they shot me. If you have a mana producing artifact. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, it's 4 mana to do nothing, and it's even more so than Whurza, right? Like, I'm not sure why you think that card is playable in any sense, but you can search for it with Whir. Yeah, I guess you could play one, but I mean, with Kinnan and Honor Worn Shaku or other artifacts, maybe, because Kinnan can use things that don't produce mana to untap, like a Springleaf Drum or a Mox Hammer. So I could see a Susurus used to play it in Darksteel Forge. Yeah. But like, what? No, yeah. I mean, I played Darksteel Forge in a Whir deck. I've done that before, but that was in a specific meta where people were playing Shatterstorm. Nobody plays Shatterstorm anymore. That was the reason you played that card. All right. So we're just gonna go Sword, Sphere. Hope they don't have a bounce again. We haven't seen another repeal. And it's not easy for them to play storm cards, then Piff, then repeal. I probably should have sacked the Chromatic Star, but now that I haven't, I think it's too late. Shatterstorm's making a comeback? I can't imagine why it would. Shattering Spree? Yeah, Shattering Spree is slightly back, but Shatterstorm, no. Shattering Spree is making a comeback because Replicate gets around Chalice. Yeah, yes, it's 12 mana Whir, but you do it off of your Thopters. You would make a bunch of Thopters and then you Whir for Forge, and then they couldn't kill you. Shenanigans! Ah, it's so rude. Well, we've bought an infinite amount of time here. All right, I mean, so we will draw a card off Star first. Nope. But why, if Shatterstorm isn't played, isn't my artifact tier 1? Because the artifact decks can't keep up. No, he's just making the blanket comment on Reddit. I assume he's just making the kind of comment that people make on platforms like Reddit or Twitter. Because Opal is gone. That's the real answer. That's the real answer. The hate wasn't like you beat the hate back at they milled the Manamorphose. Are they gonna kill my Thopter Foundry? That's fair. This is an act of, I'm not gonna call it desperation, but like this definitely is like not an act of supreme confidence from my opponent, so that feels good. I mean, they could be incentivizing me to tap out, and then they could be storming off right afterwards, but I don't have anything. I'm not gonna bluff. Their draws must have been weird. Yeah, I guess so. Well, we've totally negated their 5 damage grape shot, so you know, there's stuff to feel good about. There's stuff to feel good about. We've got them on what, a 3-turn clock? That ain't not bad. I'm just saying, it's not a bad draw, not a bad hit. I did not receive any messages from OP. If I wanted to bluff, I would have kept up like 2 mana. That's a really good draw. That's a good draw. I mean, it's not, it's not insanity or anything, but we could flip an Uro. Okay, so we're gonna do that post combat, but I'm gonna try to keep it in mind that I could flip an Uro. Well, I mean, again, I'm assuming they're gonna kill me next turn as is usual, but that's just to make sure that I don't get hopeful about the match. Yep, we did the thing. Black, green, red, blue, blue. Don't remand me, bro. Don't do it. They didn't do it. Huh. Wild. I mean, I could kill them next turn. I can also Inventors Unfair this turn, but I don't have a Tormod's Crypt in my deck. If I did, I would. No, I've never seen that before, JK Torborg. I have never seen an Whurza deck meme that hard. Do musicians actively design music to appeal to teens, or do they just roll when it happens? It's not the musicians, Roy. It's the music production companies, and yes, they do. They not only do they design the music, they every step of the way. Like so, okay, so like Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift didn't just happen. Taylor Swift was a young woman who was taking music lessons, who had very sort of supportive parents, in terms of like pushing her towards success, which obviously she has gotten. And she was like learning to be a musician, but also being like shopped around to like different music production houses, and like I think they again, I don't know if she's the perfect example, but she's definitely an example. I've heard, you know, whatever I've heard about her sort of story to success, where, you know, they sort of had an eye on her early on, and then they sort of brought her into the whole, wow, they were just fronting on me there. That's crazy. Hold on, I need to think about this. Share with country. She did, but the point was, before she got into country, they were basically... Oh shit, I don't have enough mana activated. I thought it was 3. But I think we could still win. She claims she never really liked it. It was engineered. I mean, what does engineered mean, right? She was groomed for it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not saying it as a criticism. I'm saying, like, that is the way that industry works. She's groomed for music. Well, and she was groomed to be successful in the genre in which we saw her be successful in, right? Like, it's not an accident. Like, Taylor Swift wasn't a lottery win, right? Like, I mean, in a small way, but they played the odds as well as they could. Yeah, exactly. He was groomed, but he was groomed after the YouTube point. But they did groom him. He managed to go viral before they needed to. All right. So I could... Let's see if I boarded out Aether Spellbomb. I think that I did. I did. Which means I don't think I can remove the Electromancer with an artifact. But I can remove their graveyard with an artifact. So we're just going to go attack, see what we draw, and probably put Soul Guide Lantern into play. Yeah. Because we cannot kill them this turn. We get close, but we can't kill them. They have to block. Yeah. Which means they lose their mana creature. And then we go Bauble. Let's see what they're going to draw. The only card I'm realistically afraid of is Past in Flames. Top card of their deck is Surum Visions. That's fine. There you are. Come to me. GG. Yeah, it looks good. We're gonna take out their Shenanigans, because we could take out their Grape Shot, but if they want to draw replace for Shenanigans, then they can shoot down my Soul Guide Lantern. If they have the Past in Flames afterwards, they could still, in theory, kill us. But they can't do it this turn, so I think we're safe. Yeah, that's fine. In case of Past in Flames, break in case of Past in Flames is what I want to say. I don't think it's wrong to keep the Spellbomb out, but it is worth noting that if I had Spellbomb in my deck, I could have won a turn earlier. I didn't feel like I was in danger. I'm just pointing it out. I don't know if I am supposed to play Thoughtseize, because when they're going off, they can draw so many cards. Like, I have to draw it early. Veil of Summer, even if it's late, could blow out a Gifts, which is pretty strong. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I would like to talk to smarter Magic players than me. They both have their merits here. I definitely need Aether Gust, and I definitely want Fatal Push. I didn't feel like I was wanting for anything in that game, but we did get pretty lucky. Like, when we milled that Uro, that was real good. All right. I'm going to go with as is. I'm just thinking. And I could board out the second Engineered Explosives. Yeah, I agree that we need to buy time to win. It's just, you know, like, this is a perfect way. This is a perfect way to draw this. Keep. I guess. Moto, you see this hand? You see this hand you gave me? Well, you asking me if I want to keep it? Man, this deck really wanted to draw Damping Sphere this match. I do not guarantee anyone in the future that you can draw this hot against Storm with this deck, because I think I would find it extremely unlikely to do so. All 3 games we have Natty drawn. Oh, I don't have to shock. Neat. Better lucky than good. You're not wrong. Flusterstorm? Aw, rats. Just draw the nuts. River of Tears, oh my god! Oh my god! I mean... Yeah, they bottomed there too, so they... I'm taking the land, right? I'm taking the land. No risk, no reward. Yeah, exactly. Aspiring Spike has a command in his chat that's exclamation point OMG, and then you follow it with any word you want. And it does the Lightning Helix clip, but with that word replacing it. Yeah. Well, that was a shame. They don't have the kill this turn. Playing Damping Sphere just means their next turn is playing Shenanigans, which is like not the worst way to slow them down, I guess. So, all right. What's up, Jug 13S? Welcome to the Urza stream here. We're streaming Urza. Probably gonna die here in match number 2 against Storm, but we got a sweet game win. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh my god, River of Tears might be the great... Just cracks starting to push. Well, we'll do that next turn. We'll do that next turn, because this turn they're going to play the Shenanigans, right? And then in theory, they could draw a 1 CMC spell and play... Okay! Clearly should have thought seized the Shenanigans, even though they could reset it. Yeah. So they put in their hands Saloon Division. No, they put Pieces and Brawl. They put Brawl, Desperate Ritual. What? Oh, they put 2 Brawls. Okay, I see. 2 Brawls and Desperate Ritual. So they kept Pieces and Saloon Divisions. Shit. And they played the Pieces. All right. Yeah. All right. So I don't need multiple black mana at any point. Play that. Crack 4 black. Yeah, I mean, that's what we want to draw. I'm just trying to figure out... I'll crack off this because if we draw nothing, we can play the sword, or if we drew a Thopter Foundry, we can play that. Soul Guide Lantern would not be bad. Soul Guide Lantern would actually be really good because they're clearly going for Pieces, or they're going for Past in the Flames here. I mean, I'm not going to say I can't tap this for blue. Yeah. All right, we screwed up. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's all fine. It's all fine here, now. How are you? All right. Well, they've got another Pieces of the puzzle, so this is not the greatest. Actually, putting Sword into play is better anyway, right? Because they have the Shenanigans. So if I put the Thopter Foundry into play this turn, they just kill it for 1 mana. Yep. You said the thing that I was saying. All right. Yep. Puts Pyretic Ritual and Dismember into their hand. Sure. Oh, that was their only choices. They have milled all of their brawls. Wild. Also, this hand does not yet put together a kill, which is pretty wild. Wait, did they? No, that's Saluni Visions is from last turn, I'm pretty sure. All right. So we got blue, Swamp. Play Thopter Foundry. Yeah, no problem. Suppose... No, because that's the only way I could have... That's the only way I could play Thopter Foundry. It's gonna suck if I pop my Bauble and I draw interaction here. So I do want to see what they're gonna draw. No, we just do it now. I wish I had been able to keep blue up, but I could have shocked Watery Grave to do it. Maybe no, still doesn't work. Top card was it? No, it wasn't Brawl, was it? What? Is it the fourth Brawl? Wow, they have had the most unlucky draw I have seen in a moment. Good God. I'm not wrong, right? We just revealed Brawl with our Bauble? That's wild. There you said the shenanigans. That's fair. Listen, I'm not going to say I'm going to count. Yeah, they milled the Brawl this turn. They did. They did, in fact, hit all 4 Brawls. That is the nuts. That's really funny. I'm going to sack the Thopter Foundry because I want to counter shenanigans. If I counter shenanigans, does it go away forever? I'm going to pretend that it does, because it's going to make me happy. I'm making people happy. I'm the magical man. And I live in a gumdrop house on Lollipop Lane. It's the principle. It is the principle. I'm going to believe that shenanigans is gone forever, and if they shenanigans me again, it's because they drew another one. Because they're just too lucky, and I get to blame the shuffler. All right. And they say mill isn't a reliable way to deal with combo decks. What do they know? Them. Yikes. It's not the best hand of Magic Gathering cards I've ever picked up. I gotta be honest. Yeah, we'll bobble them. What are you drawing? What are you drawing? Oh, listen. Grape Shot. Well, flip me sideways. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're not dead yet. We could also draw an Aether Gust or a push off of this Bauble. So I want an upkeep stop. If you don't set an upkeep stop, your Bauble trigger will resolve, and as soon as it's gone, you will not have a window to cast anything. So you just got to be careful about that. They already had a Grape Shot in their hand, though. Oh, they might be able to double Grape Shot us out here. So, oh, I was supposed to attack there. Whoops. It's not a big deal, but they are at 12, so I could have gotten some work done. Damn it. All right. I mean, it's likely not going to matter. Like, clock is not a big deal in this matchup. They did put the Grape Shot into their hands. Okay, so they're going to go for a kill with, like, this setup. Interesting. I mean, they are close as is. If we grab an Aether Gust here, it'd be great. Chromatic Star is a card. All their brawls are in their graveyard. It's like I surgical them and I didn't even have to cast that card. It's fantastic. That's speculative. It's is not gonna be easy for them to kill me with that little mana. They can do it, but they're gonna have to cast Dismember for Storm Count. I really should have hit them. Jesus. Incoming Urborg Witch's Cottage. Oh boy. And you hate to see it, Roy. You hate to see it. World Doctor. Joining us for some exciting modern action here on this Boxing Day. Day, of course, commemorating the time when Homer Simpson fought Dredrick Tatum, heavyweight champion of the world. I got to say my favorite quote from that episode to someone the other day, and I was really happy about it. Which is, I don't know anything about Homer Simpson. I don't have anything against him, but, you know, I am going to make orphans of his children. You know, they do have a mother champ. Yes, but I would imagine she would die from grief. Yeah, that's the one. It needs the setup. I love this setup. Oh my god. We're playing too many lands. All right. I honestly don't know if I can attack with this hand from them. I'm going to hit him with a Thopter, and I'm going to move the sword over post-combat. Stop top decking lands. Stop top decking lands, you moron! Shit. Maybe I should have grabbed Uriah. Better Urza player would just top deck better. You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. Alright, we're almost definitely dead here, right? So Pyretic Ritual puts them on 5 mana. Plus Dismember. That's 2 spells. Grape Shot is 3 damage. Grape Shot is 4 damage. Is 7. Oh no, that's not as close as I thought. Huh. No, Muffins, I always just assume I'm dead immediately against every combo deck. It helps. It really does. It helps with my personal feeling. Yeah. That might kill me. Oh, because they mill. Okay, so they grab the shenanigans for a guaranteed spell and put me to 12. Then they have Dismember, Grape Shot for 4, Grape Shot for 5. Or, okay, so they would have needed to get up to Grape Shot for 5, Grape Shot for 6. Which they can do this turn. So we gotta hit something now. And we're 1 mana short of putting Uriah into play. Alright, well, I mean... I think we're dead, but I want to see them do it. Wait, they played the Pyretic Ritual on a previous turn. Maybe not. Maybe not. They might be short. We'll see. I'd love to see them end of turn Dismember. That would be a random punt. There's no way. If they're playing anything on a turn, it's going to be a draw spell. Mill's Repeal. That would have been a way better way to kill my Thopter. You would have drawn a card. How has Storm not killed you 7 turns into the game? I don't know. They're apparently drawing even worse than I am. Okay, so shenanigans, yeah. Oh, but now they can't Dismember for Storm Count unless they kill their Goblin. Huh. Maybe they're not planning on doing that anymore. They're not. Wild. Okay, I mean... I, too, am confused. Do you have spell bombs to draw? Aether, yes. Nile, no. I don't believe in Nile. Sorry, for anyone who's not aware, there is a super, super heavy, like, death metal band called Nile. Should not run Nile in this build. I would absolutely. We're just playing, we are playing Soul Guide Lantern, and the reason we're playing Soul Guide Lantern is because it is, it beats Oops All Spells if they have Leyline, because it doesn't target. Nile Spellbomb targets. So, a Soul Guide Lantern is also just differently useful, because it, if you can whir for it, you can blow out someone's Mystic Sanctuary without having to sack it. So, like, you can blow out their Sanctuary and then still have it there to eat their graveyard. Oh, no! Oh, I was supposed to equip the sword! I was not thinking hard enough. Are we super dead? We're super duper dead, right? Because they still have the double grape shot. I'm not wrong, right? What's the storm count? 3 or 4? It's not saying it. Why isn't it saying it? Weird. What even? So we're gonna take 2, 2. We're at 4. Taking grape shot might make me live. No, they can put shenanigans on top. All right, if they see it, they'll just kill us. I don't think they're trying to flex on me. I think they just didn't see the play to kill line. They didn't mill the shenanigans. That's so demonstrably wrong. Maybe they're worried about Tail's End? I don't even know anymore. All right, I mean, that's... Or Uro would be a great draw. I mean, I've been consistently representing interaction, but I mean, I don't have it. Yeah, OP is clearly worried. They're like, well, I can't go for it. I only have 1 grape shot. What if they have Tail's End? Where will I be then? I'll look like a fool. I've definitely been where my opponent is right now. I 100% have been exactly where they are. Where you're just like playing way too conservatively. I did it. Oh my god. They have the grape shot in their hand. This is unreal. Okay. This is the best digging spell we... What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't even know anymore. Sure. It's a 2-mana Emry. God bless it. Don't tap? I mean, we're not gonna tap out. It's okay, we didn't draw anything anyway. All right, I found a blocker. Watch them grape shot for 2 to kill my Emry. No, I've done nothing bad this day. I've been a good boy. Did they just Pyretic Ritual for nothing? They completely did. I don't even need to know. I don't know. Took you long enough. Okay. Yep. You got me. I thought you had the storm gain life. I had nothing but lands. Reveal hand. We're not even playing that many lands. I boarded out multiple lands. I guess so, but like, yeah, you know what? Their hand was pretty soft to that. So I'm not gonna play like they did what I would have done in lots of situations. I would get in my head that my opponent had something that I would think I can't beat it if, and then I would play very conservatively. I did that in standard on camera playing Temur Reclamation against Mono Blue. I am not 0-1, but okay. Oh, Twinless Twin. Well, I mean, the same thing could have happened in a 60 card deck. Like we don't know that was that portion of variance, but yeah. It's less likely. Well, yeah. I can't keep this. I want to keep this. I'm on the draw and I have double Bauble. Is Twinless on Twinless? Yes. He has been playing Twinless. How's Golos been? We've never gotten to it. But we have a low sample size. We're playing an 80 card deck, so we're not as likely to see it as... well, this is a bad keep against a Twin deck. But yeah, they're not playing it, so it doesn't matter. Take my Emry. Good draw. Very good draw. Why wouldn't they steal Bauble there, try to screw you on lands? It's a pretty low risk, low reward. No, I drew the Underground River, but if I have a second Bauble and I'm on the draw, that means I have approximately 3 or 4 draws to find the second land. I'm not good at doing the quick maths in reverse from my opponent's perspective. So if I'm thought seizing on turn 1, my opponent has 1 land but 2 Baubles. They have a draw for turn, and a Bauble. So I would have had 3 draws to hit my second land anyway. So is that still accurate? Yeah, I haven't written anything new since then. I should do. I'm planning on maybe writing an article about Whurza. The potential return of Whurza. So this was a really good draw against the black-red mid-range deck because it means we have a higher chance of getting to this, which is going to be pretty important here. Trigger. All right. So we milled another one. Sick. A sick nasty. So sick nasty. Zagoth Triome. Okay. Well, they're gonna pitch a Croxa. Good value. Good value there. Ho! Oh no! Ah! I forgot they were a Blood Moon deck. God bless it. I could have a blue source. Could have a blue source. Could have been beautiful. Yeah. We'll see. We're not out of it, but yeah, it's certainly awful. Yeah, we have a Golos in our hand. I mean, assuming they don't Thoughtseize it, I mean, that is not it's not unreal. Like their deck is quite slow. I mean, obviously they can get to this Croxa reasonably quickly. It's a bolt for my Emry, but that's, you know. I mean, sure, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna discard Whir. I'm just not likely to ever cast it. Frontside Uro is considerably more likely at some point. I got 2 card draws here, plus that one. So there's an answer for you. Alright. They're gonna Croxa this turn? Yikes. So we go discard Uro, then we're gonna Golos into an island. We'll discard Witching Well to the Croxa. But we are getting hammered. No, we'll discard Urza. We're not gonna ever be casting that. Quality choice. Yeah, here's the Croxa. We could also we could top deck a Pentad Prism. This deck is playing 3 of that. So, because after the Golos, we're gonna have an island and then a pretty infinite amount of red mana. So that could get us to Urza, in theory. I'm ditching this Urza, but I'm just saying between Pentad Prism and Engineered Explosives, in theory, we could get there. It's not likely for us to draw it out that way, but you know, game's not over till it's over. Golos. It was a Dreadbore, but it was irrelevant. They couldn't play it that turn, so it's gone forever. Okay, you still have the... Oh my god. I guess we could top deck Bridge? Now, Hazoret's still gonna kill me. Seriously? Thanks, deck. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. So we're definitely vulnerable to these Blood Moon deck. There might be something to that Blood Moon card. Seems alright. Seems alright. Alright, so Aether Gust and I guess Trophy. Pithing Needle's fine, Soul Guard's fine, Spellbomb is... Spellbomb can go out here. Damping Sphere, no. Burrow Bridge, Golos, fine. Explosives are fine. I think I could stand to take out a Whir. A Well. Urza? I guess Emry is super vulnerable. So the most important thing in this matchup is going to be have an early blue source and potentially an early black and or green source so that we don't just fold to the Blood Moon. Obviously we have other things to deal with, but... Pauses. They go empty-handed fairly quickly. Oh, Veil of Summer could be. Veil of Summer. I'd rather have Veil than Thoughtseize. Because late game Veil has, I feel like, much more text in this matchup. For moons in their own Thoughtseize. Yeah, but it only works if we draw it exceptionally early, right? Whereas Veil blocks a lot of cards all game long. Not that many. No, they're not really that weak to Veil. Because they got Crocs. I mean, if we hit their Thoughtseize very early, but... Because they do play, what, it's like 7-ish targeted discard spells. Yeah, I'm going to go without. I'm not sure other than like cutting more Emrys we'd want to do with that. Maybe that is what we're supposed to do. Because Emry is like almost just a liability here. We'll try it. It's just that the chance of sticking an Emry is basically 0. Unless it's after they're already empty-handed. But that's not really when you want to play Emry. I mean, it's not always when you draw the Emry, but that's not the point. That's a hand. Well, we got our early island. And forest if we want it. And EE for, I guess only 2, but... We got double E. Okay, I'm just going to lead on Chromatic Star here. It's like almost an ideal hand to be. Snap the Needle. Wild. Not sure what that's about. So I'm tempted to play an EE out on 2 here and just guess. But if they have another discard spell, they hit my other EE, which I would really like to be on 3. Playing it out early means they have more ability to abrade or K-Comet. Keeping them both in my hand is the only way to ensure that I have one for X equals 3. It doesn't ensure that I'll actually get to detonate one on X equals 3, but... And if they took my Needle so aggressively, I'm assuming that means they have a Liliana in their hand, which means I really want to resolve an EE on 3, because it can hit Liliana and Blood Moon. Croxa? Alright. I think I'll pitch one of the EEs. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to do it. I'm not getting back Croxa this turn. We're jamming. Jamming. Alright. Boop. Don't cake on me, please. Lucy! Oh, what? Oh. Sure. You got it. Oof. Double oof. Why? Why? Why tempt me? I mean, I guess I'm playing it. Like, there's no way I'm not, right? Holding it doesn't really get me anywhere. Unless they felt so desperate that they wanted to just snap off the Spellbomb and draw the card now. Yeah, that's all right. It's a good draw. Not a great draw. It's good. It's good. Medium plus. See you, Roybert. Don't Liliana me. Which is fine. Not great, but fine. Yep. Yep. What else are they gonna do? Nothing? Alright. So I can't quite activate this Inventors Unfair. We're leaving Liliana in play because if they want to plus it, they're just going to draw a card. Discard a card. Also, getting to play Croxa here is basically meaningless. Sorry, yeah, it won't hit a card in my hand. Just gonna pop the E and draw a card at the end of turn. Yeah, alright. All right. I think there's only one reasonable choice here. But if I get Bridge, the EE will kill it. My Pithing Needle's gone forever already. Thopter Foundry sounds good. Okay. Thopter Foundry probably keeps me in the game for the longest, in theory. Okay, I mean, yeah, we could just draw like this. I'm not mad about it. Could we have drawn like this in that other game? That would have been great. Means you're getting better. I love that. I love that. Alright, so I don't want Liliana to edict me. And I'm okay with a Blood Moon now. Let's get rid of the Liliana. We have another one, it's, you know, it's not great, but... They have a Blood Moon, yeah, I'm not happy about it, but we're okay for now. Jeez! Alright. No. Oh my god! All right. We're one colored off of being able to cast Uro. So if I draw a green or blue, we can do it. All right. I mean, that's pretty good. It's literally what I asked for. Get a actual island. The Reflecting Pool's pretty good, huh? Green, green, blue, blue. Uro's coming to kill you. Come on now, get him, buddy. You go get him now. You go get him. Oh, yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yay! I guess that's one way to win a game. They had a really, really hot draw, so I don't feel bad about that at all. Back in a second. I don't think I want to change my sideboarding, but we'll see. I kind of want Fatal Push. Kind of. I don't know if I can afford it. No, I think I'll just stick as we are. We have to keep Aether Gust because it's only like one blue answer for Blood Moon. Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna gamble on this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we gamble on this. Playing a 35 land deck will be fine. Snaps off the Nile Spellbomb. Well, that's not my favorite, but take it. Alright, Witching Well, show me the way. Trigger. I think I'll bottom the second one because I'm just looking to draw as many lands as possible. Actually, if we get blue, blue, blue right away, we're going to have a very quick, fairly large whir. We are to play quite the large whir. I don't know if I want to needle their Spellbomb or if I just want to proactively needle Liliana. Kind of want to proactively needle Liliana. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not worried about the needle anytime soon. Or the Nile Spellbomb anytime soon, so I think so. We're safe from Blood Moon for now. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just talking about it because I think it is worth considering. Only get you once with Spellbomb. No, I agree. I'm just. And also, like, again, right now, we don't always have to care about the Spellbomb. We can mid-range them out. Yeah. Like, this was another card I was thinking about. I didn't say it, but I was just considering. We could always Aether Gust that if they crack the fetch land. Because it's a lot of card advantage. Not card advantage, but a lot of filtering. It lets them select very heavily. I could also crack the star and put the Foundry into play. Plan on Gust, for sure. Alright. Yeah, alright. Fair enough, fair enough. We're not dead to Blood Moon right now. If they Blood Moon me next turn, I'm probably just gonna let it happen for a bit and we'll try to ride it out. Because we've got a star and they didn't fetch. Shit. I could have hit their Channeler on upkeep, but it's not worth doing. Delta, sure. They go fetch, swamp, Blood Moon. So we'll discard one of our arrows here. It's not a big hit. Pretty sure I'm end of turn gusting the Channeler now. I don't I don't think I can just not do anything with the turn. The tempo loss is too big. So letting them discard cards to get to their Crocs is not fun. Land. Oh. Okay, we'll star for black. We have a backup star if they Blood Moon us. It's obviously not the best, but land? Okay. All the other games where we could draw nothing but lands, and now we're doing this. It's not the best. So they can put 2 more cards in their graveyard right now for free. They don't. Just replay the Channeler, sure. They're just slow rolling this game. That is fair. Land? Alright, I mean... Unfortunately, Whir of Invention is not worded the same as Convoke, because Witching Well should totally be allowed to pay blue for Whir, but it can't. This Spellbomb in play. If I play Pentad Prism this turn, I can Whir next turn. And as long as I play around the Spellbomb, we can just... Well, we can't Prism Whir this turn. It's not possible. But we could Prism Whir next turn, get the sword, start making Thopters. And as long as we always keep 1 extra mana open, we could play around the Spellbomb. Putting Pentad Prism into play is just generally fine here too, because we have an Assassin's Trophy we can play. We have, you know, Titan next turn. So like, there's lots of reasons putting this Pentad Prism into play is fine. I'm just trying to think ahead, because we can obviously lose the game very quickly if we don't. Urza off the top becomes good. Urza off the top would be real good. Real good. RL. Good. Yeah, that's totally fine. It's a good way to spend 3 mana, opponent. Good way to spend 3 mana. I mean, it's going to make it a lot harder to escape an Uro, but I can actually do it. Attack me for 1. Do it. Do it. What a strange play. Alright, that's really good. So I think we're following the Whir line. I can play the Chromatic Star. It doesn't disrupt that at all. Yeah, we're just following the Whir line here. What is in their hand that they just like flat out refused to discard last turn? I cannot imagine. They got Cling to Dust. Okay. That's actually kind of good to see coming. Because now I know that I need... They Cling the Star. Because they want to draw a card. Yeah, alright. Okay. Obviously, I could work for more than 3, but I'm not making any Thopters right now. I can't hold up any extra mana, and that's incredibly important to do. Sword? Okay. So they can't cast Cling this turn cycle. So we might make a bunch of Thopters right now. Ha! We just spent all our mana, and now we draw that. That's okay. So we'll make 1 Thopter... Is that all I can make for now? That's all I can make for now. No, I can make 2 right now. Because they only have the Spellbomb up. Unless they have another Cling in their hand, which they might do. They did leave a black up. I suppose letting them take me off combo is way too devastating. I'm not going to risk it right now. If they escape their Kroxa, we know they can't cast a Cling to Dust. Wild. Okay. Quality Bolt. It is not a Kroxa. I guess I'll get to see what that other card in their hand was. What the hell? Oh, man! Look at that tech. It was a Dreadbore. Okay. That's some tech right there. That was cool. Blood Crypt. That's a cool mountain. Draws 2 cards. Okay. So hopefully they didn't draw another Cling. Because I could get blown out here if I go for a Thopter. Thoughtseize. Okay, they can't cast another Cling. Thoughtseize resolves. What are you taking? Trophy? Probably Trophy. Yes, Trophy. Trophy would be quality take. Could take the other Uro, I suppose. No, it takes the Trophy. Oof. Alright, before that comes into play, we'll make a Thopter. They eat my Uro? Yep. Alright. Oh man, their channelers are big. That's terrifying. Alright, we need more mana. We need it right quick. Okay. Hey, we did the thing. Okay, so we can make 3 Thopters right now. 100%. And 3 Thopters means we have enough power to block and kill a Magmatic Channeler. So. Trigger. Oh, no, we can only make 2. They have double. Yeah. Alright. Good enough, we hope. It's Croxa. Yep. Jeez. That's a big boy. Golos could still be pretty okay. Wow! Oh, man. That's unreal. So we don't sack the sword here. Putting the sword in my graveyard's a bad idea. I'm going to sack the star because I just want to draw a card right now and get as many Thopters as possible. Sure. And then sack the Foundry. We really maybe should have needled the Spellbomb because... Oh, no, they exiled the Liliana at some point, so it's not... How's the math work here? If I take 8, crack them back for 5, next turn, block the 6, hopefully discard a card to Croxa that isn't... I think we're in the stage of the game where we just need to top deck top deck a land for the Golos. I'm going to take this, see what we draw. So if I play the Golos, it really helps me out against the Channelers. All right. Nope. Can't quite cast the arrow. Kind of short on colors, just a wee bit. Good to see what's coming. So we keep the Bauble in our hand to discard a Croxa. We need one of these land to play Golos next turn. I'm going to shuffle afterwards anyway. Alright. At minimum, we go attack for 2. And then block Croxa with a Thopter. We can move the equipment too, so that helps brick the Pyromancer. Yeah, not quite out of this, but it's looking rough. Sure. Not sure what they're looking for, but they still have Clinging to Dust and Soul Guide Lantern, so we got lots of redraws available. We'd love to top deck an Engineer Explosives because knock out all their 2s. Because I've now lost my Thopter Foundry, so it's not as tough. Okay. If I've given up on ever winning the race, we could just all... Yeah, we're never winning a race. Just need to survive Croxa next turn, I guess. So let's... No. High risk, high reward. Let's go, baby. Wait, how much power do I have? 6 flying? They're at 12. But I can't take all of this, I just die. Chump the Croxa, hit him for 5, play Golos. I don't have any cards in hand, so Croxa's a free bolt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just need to start blocking. There's no way around it. We just need more time. Don't have a pusher bolt, please. Colligan's command is completely forbidden. Verboten? Do not have the Colligan's command. Cool. 1 channeler down. Get me this. Gets me a second blue. I don't really think it's worth getting anything else. Just get a regular island so that we have the right lands for Field of the Dead if it ever becomes relevant. We just passed the turn here. So we've got Golos to chump block the Magmatic Channeler, and we've got Thopters to block Kroxa. If they attack with everything, we block Golos on the Pyromancer and eat that and go one on each of the other two. So yeah, that's game. All right. There's no way to dig out anymore. They had too perfect of a draw. They just locked up my combo really well. Twinless Twin is a very, 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 very good Magic player, so I'm not surprised to lose like that there. Good game though, and same like against Storm. I mean, obviously they had a weird bunch of draws, but it's been a really good league. Long. That's fine. I mean, that's a very, very, very good deck for a reason, right? It's really hard to defend against all the things that they do while they also have Blood Moon. And they have a very fast clock. Very fast. I don't even know if I was boarding correctly either. But I'm 100% sure boarding out all the Emrys is not a mistake. It's a choice, but I'm sure it's not a mistake. She's just never going to stay alive. It's just not. They have way too much removal that's just like a free kill on her. Yeah. Alrighty, Wax Poetic. But she does have ETB value in that she makes it easier to escape Uro. But the problem is because they're so good at blood mooning you, it's really hard to say that that's actually worthwhile. Like, almost all game we could have escaped Uro, except they had cast the Blood Moon. And they also had Nile Spellbomb on board from turn 1, and they could have taken out my graveyard if I actually threatened the ability to cast Uro. So yeah, we're keeping this. It's not great, but it's not bad. Probably shocking on one to play Witching Well. We'll see what we're up against. Glad Nauseam. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we just want to... yeah, Thopter is definitely the goal here. Plus Emry is... if we find Emry plus EE, it's real good. Okay, so I don't need another Urza. I wish I could put this second down, but I guess we have to draw it. I do have a Bauble, so I really shouldn't be complaining. Next turn we have Star River, so we can crack the Bauble now. Hold on. I hear the fridge alarm. I'll be back. I just love that I can hear it through a door and headphones. I know. I have a door and headphones between me and the fridge. It's versus my grandmother who's sitting right next to it, basically. And I could hear the fridge alarm. and she could not. I honestly think if her laptop could go louder, she would have it louder. She has a MacBook and it's just cranked literally all the time. Okay, Spellcaller is less than fun to see, but they can't play it this turn. And they don't know I have an EE yet. That's a good draw. Not a great draw against the Mausoleum Wanderer, so we'll have to try to get that off the battlefield first. Star plus Foundry plus Emry is nice, though. Obviously, we have to figure out a way to resolve the Foundry, but they could have Path here. Wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm okay with drawing another land, but I cannot imagine they're playing. Wow, they're just real slow. And I am a slow player. I am a very slow player. All right, we flipped an Uro even. Nice. Love it. Just dumping more power and toughness in? Yep. Yikes. Oh no, now their Spell Queller has Flash. Well, that's not the best. Okay, we're gonna bauble ourselves because if there's a land on top, we can star for it. Delta on top, cool. So I think what we'll do, draw the Delta, play EE on 1, and threaten to pop the EE, which means they might be incentivized to Spell Queller me, and then we get to resolve Thopter Foundry. So let's see what happens. Should have played the Delta after the EE, but that's a small sequencing error. Not going to beat myself up about it. I should, because that would help me become a better player faster, but I think they should Spell Queller this, in theory. Obviously, we screwed up when we let them know I have the other land, but, because, like, killing the Mausoleum Wanderer unlocks my ability to cast Whir. So, not sure why they let that happen. Selfless Spirit? No, just another Rattle Chains. Okay. So, they could be playing Tail's End, or something I'm not even thinking of. So what's happening? I don't like it. Okay. Yes, and? Okay. Oh. Well, it's not the end of the world. Not a tremendously large loss. That is an excellent top deck. Still missing my second major color. I have my primary color and I have my tertiary color in play and in my hand. Missing green entirely, but my opponent could see the Uro in my graveyard, so like they know. The problem here is play engineered explosives on 2, they play Queller, and then if they have a Lord, I'm dead. Stupid spirits. I could, if I play a 0-drop out of my graveyard and I play Pentad Prism for 2 colors, we can whir for Bridge, but Bridge doesn't do anything. I have too many cards in my hand. We could whir for Thopter Foundry. They wouldn't be able to counter that one. Because if I play EE on 2, they're just going to Spell Queller it, and then they could kill me, as I said before. So I want to try to get a little clever here. If I play Pentad Prism, maybe they think I'm going to play Uro, and they let it go. And then we'll see. All right, what do you got? Nothing. That's a good sign. Nothing means I'm still alive. Not even angry. Yeah, so we can whir for 2 actually and still have 1 mana left, which I kind of like. Bloop. I cast the Weir. So they could play Mausoleum Wanderer and Force Spike it. That doesn't work. They could play Spell Queller, but it won't be able to target that because it's CMC 5. So I think this was the best way we could finagle this. The worst case scenario is if they have Skyclave Apparition, but if they have Skyclave Apparition and they play it now on the end of turn, that means that I will be able to resolve EE and pop their board. So we've got them in a pretty tough spot. Nowhere close to unbeatable, but... Oh, yeah! Oh, just... You'll love to see it. I mean, I could get the sword for the Rubbin, or the sword for the Rubbins here, because then we just play Whurza and maybe win. How risky is that? We have 2 mana open. I think it's a lock, right? I don't think there's anything they can do on 2 mana to stop me. How well do I know this format? Pretty well. Pretty well. Let's find out, I suppose. So if they beat Whurza here, I just die. I can take a different line if I want to. Yeah. All right. You don't have it. Whatever it is, you don't have it. Cool. Thopter Sword combo, go burr. Yeah, they haven't conceded yet, so I'm going to play Witching Well out. One assumes they don't know what's up yet. I'm going to wait until they attack and just jump them with Thopters. Yeah, I'll top another Whir. Alright, pass the turn. Not actually F6ing. Sure. No. I hit 2 for a second there, but I think I got through it. Okay. I wanted to hit W. All right, so tap the sword. Sack the. Oop. No. Okay. Activate this. Sack this. I needed to yield to the trigger, but we'll get there. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay. There it is. So I need to yield to this trigger. Always yield. Alright. Yes. Alright, here we go. Okay, now we're going fast. And my opponent's going to burn off way more clock than I am. Okay. I did that one the slow way, which was a mistake. So what you want to do is go, as I mentioned before, activate Thopter Foundry, Whurza, sword. Yay! Got him. So Fatal Push seems good. And then no Damping Sphere. Spellbomb seems pretty weak. Pithing Needle's probably useless. And everything else seems pretty good. Maybe it's an Uro, because they have a lot of ways to exile. Probably not. That can't be. Soul Guide Lantern. My opponent's deck is so honest that out of all of my silver bullets, the only one relevant is Golos. That's kind of interesting to think about. Could play Veil of Summer, but I don't know about that one, because it doesn't go against Spell Queller, so I think that's the number one reason you don't want to play it here, is just their best counter is Spell Queller. Their other one is Mausoleum Wanderer, which is on board, so doesn't mean that they have. Alright, I'm going to keep this. I mean, it's a little speculative, but we have Bauble to redraw, and we have Thopter Foundry. So we just need a couple live draws, and we'll be alright. We might be bobbling ourselves this game. In fact, we most likely are. Yeah, I think so. Let me tell you something. Bustin' makes me feel good. All right, my Facebook has been hacked, so I'm gonna be slightly dealing with that as we go through this. Just open up Messenger because my opponent is very, very slow, so I don't feel bad about it. Apologies for the lack of chat interaction for the next moment or so. No, I'm just gonna have to deal with it later. My computer's a little slow. All right. Whilst I'm streaming. Opponent leads on snow-covered island into nothing. Interesting. We're leading on Flooded Strand. We only have one of this card in our entire deck, and it is one of our worst fetch lands, so that is why we're doing that. I'd like to resolve my Mishra with Bauble, please. Listen, opponent. I'm playing a combo with many clicks. I would really appreciate it if I could get a reasonable play speed out of you. Chromatic Star? It's not really good enough, especially with Thopter Foundry in my hand. Get the Salty Triome, otherwise known as Zagoth. Poser. Zagoth, pretty much just like the goth kids. Oh! Do you see how fast they played that? Just windmill slam. Alright. So we're not gonna combo, you say. At least not soon. Because we need to natty draw the engineered explosives. Sure? That's not my favorite draw. Just play another Thopter Foundry out, I suppose. Prep for Whurza the best we can. Lay out the carpet for him. I said there's lovely weather for us, lay right together with you. Gotta prepare for that Whurza. Whurza Claus is coming to town. Drug Skull Captain. The Beatdown. The Beatmaster. Boom, 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 boom. I'm Drug Skull Captain. I'm here to say I'm the skullingest guy in the USA. Crap, I can't remember what object Homer would move if he had one. I got a big plow, I can move some things. Like you're something something if you had one. I gotta look it up later, not now. Now I've got a game to play against spirits. It's definitely a game. That is a word that can be used to describe this. Don't dispute me, please. Come on, you already had the turn 2 rested piece. Just oh, be nice. All right, so I got a free Thopter here, which is kind of great. If I need it, which I really don't at the moment. That's a card. Fair enough. Holy lords. Alright, well, we're going to block 4 damage this turn and gain 1 life. And then... Actually, we can find Bridge next turn and lock him out. This is not going to draw me a card. That is incredibly frustrating. I mean, I'm still going to do it. I'm just annoyed. Boo! Rules interactions. I guess I killed them last game because there were... because my Whir dodged their Queller, so I shouldn't really be upset at the rules of Magic. They were They were on my side last game. All right, so it's they're not going to have any creatures with 1 power. I think they won't block if I attack. Probably not. So we go Wurza Bridge this turn. I'm gonna do it now. And Wurza Bridge this turn, and then we just start spinning Whurza next turn, assuming they don't just rip a way to deal with my bridge. They have no cards in hand, so hopefully this is good enough. Improvise. Shoot. Cast Duir. I can play this Emry, but I just don't want to mill myself for 4 with the Rest in Peace in play. Just putting things into exile is not my favorite. They can start drawing an extra card per turn. I mean, that's just going to make the EE more of a blowout. All right, so we can pass the turn here. Okay. So I want to be clock conscious. Urza's going to spin the deck, so we'll do that first. Well, I mean, that's a draw. Scry. Okay, I don't need either of those cards, so I'm just going to spin Whurza again. Easy spin. Womp womp. I mean, I can get EE for 0. Do I have a way to bounce it? I don't know that I do. I definitely don't have a way to add charge counters to it. Bauble. Yeah, I think we just get a Bauble. I don't even know if I want to play it. Because if I draw 2 lands, then I have to play my Emry out. I think we just keep the Bauble as a Mox Sapphire. It's fine. I'm actually really glad they played out the Rest in Peace this turn, too, because it means they don't get to draw an extra card. Because I think the more turns we have, the better. I'm pretty sure at this moment I'm more likely to draw an out than they are. That's fine. Yep. All right. Pass the turn. Sure. That's a redraw. Hey, we did it. All right, now that is going to kill... It's going to kill my Thopter and my sword. So we should make as many Thopters as possible before we do this play. Just want to sack everything that costs 2. Bridge does not cost 2, Zach. Okay. Because the way Rest in Peace works is it's in play when it goes to the graveyard. So it's going to exile everything itself and everything with it. But we also get to kill their Supreme Phantom here, so that's kind of not the worst. Tap it, tap Bridge, sure. Play Emry. Start rebuilding. We can rebuild stronger, faster. More Uros. Hey, we did mill an Uro. We milled 2 Uros. Can I put enough things in my graveyard to cast that Uro this turn? I can do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Crack the well. Crack the Bauble. No, I don't have enough mana. Close, close. All right, we'll just spin Urza one more time, I think. I'll leave a flyer. Play zero, pay 0. Love it. All right. All right. This deck needs Wildfire. I mean, at this exact moment, sure. But that also normally kills Urza, so I feel like that's not a good go. Okay. This turn I'm going to crack the Bauble. A little less conservative. Glasspool Mimic on top. That will copy Skyclave. That will kill my bridge. So we're under the gun a little bit now. Okay. Chromatic Star will get me my Uro, will get me my Field of the Dead. We've got 2 Thopters, so we can buy time. So play the field first in case I draw a different land, I guess. For blue. That's a good draw. That's an exceptional draw. We can take their Skyclave Apparition off the table, and they can't do the thing anymore. Sick. Oh, but they have multiple Mausoleum Wanderers. So actually, instead of casting Uro, I should just cast Fatal Push with 1,000,000 mana up before we do anything else. I just sacked Chromatic Star, so this is viable. So I'll push the Apparition. Ah, they have Hexproof. Can I replay? Nope. All right. Push the Captain. I guess it's going to shrink everything, which means it's going to take a lot more time for them to kill me. All right. Can I sack my bridge in any way right now? No. I would like to find a way to sacrifice my bridge. Okay. Well, they let that resolve, so that's good. Play the Uro. Hello. Did I just pay the? I'm pretty sure I just paid the green. All right. 1, 2, 3. Use Emry to play a Bauble this turn. Door to Nothingness would be the play, right? With multiple Chromatic Spheres. Always yield. And we can spin Urza once if we want to. Or I could just keep my mana up to crack Wishing Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well is almost definitely better, huh? Plus Bauble? Well plus Bauble? Sure. And I have 2 blockers for this turn if I need them. So, we're actually not in terrible shape. Actually, if they kill the bridge, does it put them in a worse spot? I bet it does. Because their creatures are all tiny now. They lost the lords, both of them. I think they're going to jam... They're going to jam Glasspool on Skyclave here and take out my bridge without realizing how bad this is going to go for them. which is kind of cute. Make your choice. Fatality. If they take my Uro, it doesn't matter because I can't attack with it anyway. Takes out my Whurza. That was unexpected. All right. Oh, but I can't draw the cards right now. Because then I'll have too many cards in my hand and they'll be able to attack me. Alright. Touche, opponent. Touche. I never expected that. What? No, I don't wanna. Okay. Yeah, you got me. That was a play. Oh, damn. Did you miss that? Womp womp. Opponent came up with a really neat play, which spectacularly failed to help them. All right, so they didn't take out my bridge. I can't play enough cards to stop them from attacking entirely. But what if I just draw cards and then start attacking? My board is way better than theirs is. So draw 2. Play Inventors Unfair. Trigger Fields. I can't attack with Uro this turn, so that's why I'm... Woo, 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 woo. Why am I on attack step? Attack with the Construct? Yeah, attack with the 4/4. I should attack with the zombie too, but next turn. Okay. And then, do I replay Witching Well here? Bauble's good enough to get me 6 cards, but Witching Well is a better play. Get the Scry too. I guess the downside is if they hit a Lord, I just die on the... No, I don't die. I'm gonna take like 12, but I won't die. All right. Oh no, I still have a Thopter too. We're okay. We're okay. Yep. Double Lord could kill me. Actually, could it? No, it'd be close. No, the Skyclave apparitions don't have flying. What am I talking about? God, this card is clearly flying, and it's a spirit. Like, I know it's not actually flying, but like, it's clearly flying, right? All right, I'm just gonna take the 6 here. Keep my Thopter. Bash. Okay. Gain 1. Trigger. It's a good draw. Put them under a bunch of extra pressure first. Guess attacking with the zombies is pretty pointless, huh? Unless I had an EE to play post-combat, but I don't. But if I did... Wow, I really should have played to my out. Oh well. Why am I so bad at Magic? I love this deck. I love this deck. I'm gonna play a lot more of this deck. This deck is sweet. Seriously? Yeah, they're screwed. There's no out for you, opponent. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's about to be a total massacre. Oh. I guess they could sack both Mausoleum Wanderers here to blow me blow me out to beat me on this play, but then I get to cast Whurza post combat, so it's like, and they use both their Mausoleum Wanderers for it, so I cannot imagine this is not a concession. Spell color. Alright, I mean, not that good. And now we get to resolve our Whurza with no fear. Okay. It's a lot of dudes. I can also play out most of my hand, so I can actually make it quite difficult for them to attack. Whurza. Sure. Oh, we get to play Emry and see if we mill anything good here. Okay, so we'll keep the original Emry. Classic Emry. Emry Classic. I love it. I like it. Golos. That's kind of hot. Can I play it? I think I can. No. No, I can't. But that's okay. I don't need to play it. I don't need to. Yay! That took a while. Our deck is slow, and that player was incredibly slow. But we got him good. We are rolling into hour 3 of the Whurza League. For anyone who is thinking the Lantern League would be long, you have no idea. Jewish Crab is our final opponent of the league. Yeah, this is a keeper in the dark against Luris. Oof. Well, this has a lot of artifacts, so we could easily get to a Whir for Bridge or etc. Double Witching Well smooths out our draws about as well as we could hope. They didn't have anything, huh? I mean, that's not the worst thing I've ever had happen. We're definitely playing a Witching Well here. We're definitely fetching for it. Alright, so... I don't think I need either of these. Trying to think what they could be playing. Well, I guess they're a Luris deck. I can undo, right? I can undo my scry. Well, apparently not. Okay. You can undo tapping a Grove of the Burn Willows and killing your opponent's Death's Shadow. That's a legal play. Undoing your scry? Nah. No. No. Ah, my second Witching Well. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll keep that one. Remember when I said we could find a way to cast an early whir? Apparently, I wasn't joking. Ugh, I don't know. Oh! Why? Why do they have infinite Thoughtseizes? Alright. Oh, they don't have a shadow. That's crazy talk. I don't believe it. Alright, let's hope they're not playing main deck Cling. Probably not. Well, you can cast this arrow next turn, so that's real good. I found no threats, huh? That's wild. They're getting their Lurus? Jeez. And they have a 4th land. Wow. I guess we could see why they're not doing anything. Okay. So yeah. The way we do this is just no. Okay. So we want to play Inventors Fair first, and this way I get to hold black open for afterwards. I guess that doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. So green. Blue. Blue. An arrow. Keeping the Bauble? Yeah, just keep the Bauble. It's usually the best one. Hopefully we draw a color land here. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll shock for that. Oop. There we go. All right, pass the turn. We could Uriah next turn. That's somewhat hot. Lurus Bauble? Sure, you got it. You better do better than that. Fatal Push? Push would be strong. Yep. All right. I could put Thopter Sword together and kill their Lurus, so that's the play. Obviously, we could go get Soul Guide Lantern and knock out their Bauble, but I don't think that's as important. I think it's fairly likely they attack here and they just get wrecked, or EKT wrecked. Bring on the pain. Bring on the pain. They just bolt me? Wild. Oh, they're gonna play Spirit of the Skyclave. Oh, but then we're gonna gain life with our Whir, and it's gonna die. Oh, that's just. Or with our Thopter Foundry. Oh, the blowout here is so good. Oh my god. So the reason I'm using a counter off the Pentad Prism rather than anything else is because that gets me triple blue without sacking my Misty, which means I get to stay at a higher life total. So we just get Thopter Foundry, and they'll probably just scoop. Activate, sack. So we have if they have Cling, we beat them here, no problem. Yield. So the Scourge is now dead. I'll make 2 more Thopters and go to blocks, though. Because this ensures that I still kill the Lurrus. If they have a single removal spell in hand, they have to have double here. I didn't have to take the counter off the Prism there, but I guess at this point now I'm just saving my fetch land for in case I pick up Field of the Dead. And their Shadow's going to get shrunk to a 3/3 because they're going to gain life. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Blockers for Lurrus of the Dream Den are ordered as follows. Thopter token, Thopter token, Thopter token. Thanks, game. Magic Online, you're a font of useful information. I mean, I guess. Do I even want to play this? Might as well. Eh. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. Could sack to the Foundry if I ever want to. What is happening? Dismember? Okay. You got me. Would I die to TBR on a 9/9? No. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Because they could have tapped the Silent Clearing end of turn, they could have tapped it again here, and they would have a 9/9 Shadow. But then they would die to the Thopters. Because the problem they have now is they have to do something. Otherwise, they're just dead on board. The second Dismember? No, that doesn't make any sense. They would pay to life for it. Would they? I don't know. Even if they can get a 12/12 Shadow, they can't kill me. 12/12 Shadow plus TBR won't kill me. Which is pretty on point. This K-Com? The main deck K-Com? Yeah. They're gonna bring back Lurrus. Okay, I mean, you're gonna die, but okay by me. Hey, got him. I don't know what they were expecting, but it wasn't that. All right, Fatal Push seems good, and pretty sure Veil this time. This time Veil. That's all the black removal. Aether Gust is not good in this matchup. So you can go out on Needle because I don't want to Needle Mishra's Bauble. Go out on Damping Sphere, definitely keeping Aether Spellbomb, and then the last couple cuts are always tricky here. I feel like a Witching Well maybe, an Whurza maybe. Yeah. Whurza. They don't have an infinite amount of removal, but I still feel like Emry's not that good. I'm also thinking about like what I'm bringing in compared to what I'm taking out. I don't really mind. I want to cut an Uro. Let me just go down a Pentad Prism. Just feel like trimming the edges around here is not the worst. Thopter Foundry and Sword is a huge part of this game. All right, we're gonna go like this. They just have quality removal for like all my threats, so. All right. Yep, that's that. This is the hand we're going with. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. Time enough for counting when the deal is done. Deed? I don't know that song well enough. Again, no turn 1 Thoughtseize. May I top deck a Veil of Summer? Is that something we could do? Nope. Whurza, you're almost the opposite of a Veil of Summer. Should have played Delta, but that's okay. I can get a forest. I can get a forest, no biggie. Swamp. Sook. Gonna flood out again. I can feel it. Scourge. Rain of Gore. Oh yeah. That's sick. That's sick. Oh, that's so cool. Good for them. Alright. 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 That's definitely pretty good against Uro. And it's definitely not bad against Thopter Sword. They could even replay it with Luris. That's a neato burrito. Good for them. I just jam the sword here, I think. Yeah, alright. Let's get that sword in play. It's not a super important play, but I'm just trying to be ever so slightly mana efficient on each of my turns. Because I want to get my hand unloaded in case I need this bridge. Okay, so I basically just can't play the Uro here. Sucks to flood out on Urza's in this situation. No tap land, Soul Guide, knock out their Bauble. If we draw an Engineered Explosives, we get into a really good spot really fast, but really, I'm hoping they don't have a Bolt here. Okay, no Bolt is good. I guess I didn't leave up a green, so I telegraphed that I don't have Veil, but they bubbled me. Hey, what am I drawing? Tell me. Tell me! Alright. So you're not going to tell me. It's incredibly rude, but, you know. I grabbed the Luris. Sure. Alright, let's just top deck the land. That'd be great. Huh. Once I have the bridge in play, I could use the Uro to get my life total lower. They're probably just playing Luris this turn, so I'll just put my bridge into play. They play Luris, I crack their yard. They have the removal for bridge right now. It's actually not that devastating because they could shock me and destroy the bridge. Put the Scourge to 6, then they hit me. It goes to no, it stays at 6 because they wouldn't. Oh, okay. You can't really hurt me here. None of that, oh, now the Scourge can't attack. That's really funny. They have to have a burn spell if they want to attack with their Scourge here at all now. That's cute. They got themselves. Took the Golos. Not surprising. They have the Catacomb? Seems like it. Maybe it's Lurus? What takes longer to cast? I'm not sure. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. They had it all. Alright. But we've got time. A little bit more time to draw out. It's a good one. Put Urian in our hand. The second time we've done that this league. Now I need to block with this construct, which means they get to draw an extra card off of Lurus. But that's okay. They already killed my bridge, so if they have pushed, that would be the worst. But, or bolt themselves with the land and then bolt my or kill my construct with push. Kills the Whurza. Ugh. Jeez. Just the perfect draw from the opponent. Absolute perfection. Because they could add a removal spell there and just killed me, but not that perfect. All right. Fair enough. It wasn't perfect. It's just, you know, it's more than medium by a little bit. You have the TBR. Teamer, battle rage. Teamer, battle rage. TEMURBATTLE. Going to 2. Can no longer cast this arrow. It's a little too late there. Go for black mana, try to pick up a push. That's not gonna do it, huh? We're dead there anyway. Turn 2 Raynagor was too hard to beat. It's a good one. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with my sideboarding. We just need to draw a little bit in that. I could play Trophy, but not sure about that one. I don't like board out arrows for trophies. Could be worthwhile. Trophy's also a lot more active than Veil. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I'm not supposed to have Veil in a matchup like this, I'm just not supposed to have Veil at all. It's just not, you know. not great, but it's not throwing that back. Okay. All right. I'm gonna lead on the Soul Guide in case they don't Thoughtseize me. If they Thoughtseize my Emry, we get to play Zagoth Triome. If they don't, we get to play Emry. Which is likely just to eat a Fatal Push, but you know, you gotta try. Take my Emry. Do it. If they take my arrow, it means they either don't have Rain of Gore or they have an infinite amount of removal. So they just don't even want me to have the front side of arrow. Takes the Whurza. Alright, so they are planning on having this game go longer. Got it. That wasn't the best land draw, but I'll take it. We milled 0 artifacts. Yikes. It's a good thing I already have the Soul Guide Lantern, I guess. If my Emry does not die this turn, we can eat their yard. Jeez, just every time with that guy, huh? Maybe that's like the tech for them. Like maybe they cracked it. Either way, I am not totally upset about it because we get to go draw a card and the Soul Guide Lantern, get rid of their Bauble, boink, and then play my own Bauble. Pass the turn. Still at 20. I can't play a Scourge of the Skyclaves against me yet. Kozilek's Return. That's good to know about. Kill a lot of Thopters. Night's Whisperer. Nice. Did they finally whiff on lands? Are they land light this game? Wild. Push is a great draw. But, I mean, I'm going to cycle my Soul Guide because we get to eat their other Bauble. Star is good. Okay. And then Catacomb into Star. Okay. Man, Emry is just putting in work this game. Do not usually expect that to happen in these kind of matchups, but I will take it. Thank you very much. Taylor, what are you doing here? Attacking. Okay, so I'm assuming they have a Scourge of the Skyclaves in their hand. But I just... It's such a low downside to kill this. Okay. I think their hand is still a little bit locked up. Can't get their Luris. Okay. Well, that's a good one, isn't it? I like that one. Realistically can't kill the Gore this turn, but that's fine. So go Groove. Blue-green. Play EE. Since I have extra mana, I don't have that much extra mana. No, we're just gonna play out the Bauble. Okay. And even if they do manage to get any damage on me, putting Scourge of the Skyclaves into play right now is not a good choice for them. Bolt me, baby. One more time. What are you drawing? Is it good? Mountain. Oh no! Here comes the beats. Here comes the beats. I have no... They must have multiple scourges in their hand. Like, this is the only thing that makes sense, right? Yeah. I mean, I didn't set this up to not explode it. Rain of Go. Yeah, they're going to kill my Emry and my Soul Guide Lantern, I guess. Which I get to draw a card in response, so that's... Target player discards a card. Really? Yeah, I guess. Wait. Do I just... But then I get to... I mean, I guess. Sure. I'm okay with that one. Alright. 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 Well, that worked out. I'm gonna use the star to... Well, we'll see if we draw a land here. So push, Grave, Emry, Grave, Whurza. Whee! Once again I rise to smite the world as I did in days long past. Man, I should get the clip of Aku saying that so I can use that for when I play Uro. You just get Uriah here? Is that worth doing? How good is playing Thopter Foundry right now? I guess it's alright. Eh, it's fine. Might as well get into play where it's a little bit more difficult for them to kill. Dreadbore. New Reign of Gore. Let's draw a card in response and make a Thopter. Oh, we're getting them, Alex. We're getting them. A 23 against this Scourge deck. Like, even though my Uro is now going to lose me 3 life per turn, I'm like, eh. Still draws me extra cards. I'll take him as a... Wait, am I putting them to 1 here? I guess I don't have to. Pretty sure I do, though. Let's draw a Sword of the Meek and kill him with it. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Yeah? Alright. Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna put him to 1 with a Thopter Foundry in play. Like, there's no way we don't do that. Like, I'll take the 3. Nice timing, nerd. Yeah, I could have played the other Uro first. But... I think I got you. I think that's gonna be game. They're playing multiple Reign of Gores in the sideboard. That is tech, though. I didn't ever think of playing it against Uro. I thought it was against the Heliod deck, but that being quality tech against Uro decks is definitely what it's all about. Yeah, the card is definitely good. It's funny because I always thought those effects would be okay. That's a concession, huh? Yay, 3-2. All right, so deck is super solid, really fun. Probably my new favorite deck in Modern. Definitely shows that Whurza can be pretty good, but I'm 100% sure you have to play Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek right now if you want to be competitive. The loss of Astrolabe just means the slow rolling control version is just nowhere near powerful enough to match up. Field of the Dead, I'm not sold on this build. We didn't really use this that much, but we also didn't play against any of the sort of like upper mid-range or control decks too much that weren't trying to kill us like really fast. So I feel like against E-Tron and other field decks, like you could definitely get over them this way. so I'll keep it. Definitely okay with that. I don't know if I would make any particular changes to this deck. The sideboard was like, I'm not entirely sure. I always felt like Veil of Summer was like not super great here. Gaia's Blessing is great to have. The 4 Fatal Pushes are for sure great. Like, you know what you're doing with these. But the 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Veils split, it was like a little bit awkward. Trophy is fine, and so are Gusts. So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, and sometimes these are splitting the difference of being a similar effect. But against Blood Moon in particular, which is so popular right now, you might want just more Aether Gusts, like just get the full 4. Anything that's like on a single pip is definitely good. In that way, this is well put together, and it is like all the interactions in the sideboard. So the card I've been thinking a lot about is Torpor Orb, because it feels like there's a lot of decks right now that just can't deal with Ensnaring Bridge or whatever you have if they don't have specific, or if you have specifically Torpor Orb into play, they get in really big trouble. But I'm not sold on it. Obviously, it hoses your Urza's, Emry's, and kind of hoses your Uro, kind of makes him better in one way. So we'll see if that is something I can try out at some point soon. We are going to switch over to a very sweet other Urza deck. We are going to be playing black-blue Urza Areo. So we're going to be trying to flip Areo as early as turn 2, in addition to playing Thopter Sword combo and Lurus all in the same deck list. So strap yourself in, because this is the Mox Amber deck, right after Jiggy Wiggy's Own Heart. So stick around and you can see that here live on Twitch. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube, you can of course find the video of Blue-Black Urza Areo or many other wonderful decks being played through an entire league on my channel. And if you don't mind hitting that like button or smashing that subscribe button, if you have the inclination to do so, then do so, because it helps me out in all sorts of ways I don't even understand. Definitely not smart enough. So we'll see you guys in just a moment. And for those live, let's get some tunes on. Also, I need to grab a snack because I'm hungry. The next league also might be like a 3-hour league.